in. My name is Ava, and I'm going to be your oracle and spiritual guide for the month of February 2025. This is an Astro Tarot forecast relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Cancer. We have now officially entered the rainy season here in Hawaii. I'm on the big island of Hawaii, and it rains off and on, but mostly all day, and it will do so for the next 2, maybe 3 months. So it's difficult for me to film outdoors as I did when I first arrived, not only because I can't really find true privacy in any of these locations that I've managed to find, but because it could rain any second, and my equipment would suffer consequently. So please forgive me for being here indoors like this, and for the quality of these videos for the short term. I made an incredibly dramatic move from Florida to here, and I'm 72 years old, about to be 73, by the way, in about a month from now, and it's even difficult for young people to completely take up roots and go someplace new, and it's extremely difficult for those in my age category to do so, perhaps even more. But here I am, and I've found a new location which I will be in about a month, and that will be far more conducive to bring you high quality video. So please be patient and stick with me, and I will promise you to sort of unleash my pent-up creativity when I get there. So all that said, let's begin your reading. Cancer. So this month we have, and again we follow the transits of only 2 planets, Mars and Venus, because they are about the current events of your life. They move swiftly through the signs, and so they stay for a short term, bringing you the more immediate events. And then we'll follow it up with a 4-card tarot reading, which I like to correlate to these astrological forecasts. This month, Cancer. Mars is in Cancer and has been so for a while, but it's retrograde. It's in your very first house. And what this means is that it's a period in which there's going to be some deep reflection on how you're treating yourself and how others treat you. This will be a time when you can establish boundaries, where if anyone has been trying to push you around or disrespecting you in any way, or ignoring you, that you put up psychological barriers and don't let them penetrate into your heart and your soul. Or it could just simply be a time of deep self-reflection, self-care, self-empowerment, self-love. It would be a wonderful time to initiate a new diet and exercise program for yourself, to do things for yourself. Cancers are extremely self-sacrificial, doing everything they can for their family, their friends, and always putting themselves last. This month, put yourself first. Don't be afraid to. Don't think that it's in any way bad. You've got to care for yourself, your health, your well-being, and reflect on what may be in opposition to that well-being, be that a relationship, a job, or a lifestyle. And by the 23rd, it goes direct. And so everything that you'll learn or that you'll implement in the bulk of the month will be experienced as a solution, will be part of your growth, spiritual, physical growth. So that's extremely beneficial to you, very necessary. This phase that you're going to go through is very necessary, Cancer. And let's move on to where Venus will be. Venus is in Aries. And Aries, let's just have a look here. Here you are. So Cancer is the first house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The ninth house. The planet of love. And self-value. That which you value. Be that personal values or external values. What do you put value on externally? Will also be blessed. The ninth house is the house of spiritual development, growth, insight, and perhaps you'll also be traveling, broadening your horizons, maybe bringing in beauty to your worldly experience. Maybe you'll be traveling someplace beautiful for healing. Venus is the symbol of healing. Maybe this travel will be very healing. So you might be meeting people that are different from you, or being in an environment that's unfamiliar. But the people around you will be extraordinarily supportive, loving, caring. You'll learn a lot from them, and they from you. So this is an expansion of your horizon, and this will heal you. Be that intellectual, territorial, or spiritual. So, I'm going to leave it at that. Let's move on to your tarot forecast. Let me just take a few moments to shuffle here, and again, thank you for your subscribing and not leaving me in my moment of need. I guess I was a little bit too Pollyannish about how I could make this transformation and how easy it would be. Well, it hasn't been easy. And so in my adjustment, I've not been able to pay as much attention to the channel as I would like, because I've had to get my life in order so that I'm not homeless or destitute. So I've had to put an inordinate amount of attention into finding a new place to live. It's very difficult in Hawaii because there aren't too many places. So as I said at the beginning, I found a place, and I'm very hopeful that it will give me the opportunity not only to present you with beautiful film, but to allow me to be creatively expressive, which is what I dream of. So thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And there's links below if you would like a personal or private reading, or if you could make it any kind of donation at all. I would be very appreciative. All right, so this is a 4-card spread, and the first card represents the overall energy or mood of the month of February for you. Cancer. Looky here. Justice. This is one of the easiest cards to interpret, really, because it is about justice, getting justice, fair treatment. And remember, we have Mars in your first house of self, which is all about getting fair treatment from others, from even governmental agencies, services, legal matters, getting fair, equal treatment. That was my phone. I'll just leave that in there and not answer it. It could be, generally speaking, that maybe you're having a hard time figuring out your next move. And though we have Mars in Cancer, very emotional, and you are feeling very emotional, this says that you've got to seek some kind of official guidance. You've got to make sure that you're not responding to a need or a situation or a call to action purely emotionally, but instead act with total clarity and reason, and that you be absolutely honest in all your dealings. If this isn't about any legal issue concerning you personally, maybe there's something in the margin of events around you, people around you that may be experiencing it, and there's some connection between you and them. Many of you will be paying off old debts, financial or spiritual. This is settlement of a legal matter in a very fair and just way. It could be marriage, it could be divorce. In either case, the outcome is you'll feel somehow that you've won. This is good. The marriage, be you the one involved, or again, a marriage in which you are involved in some way through the ceremony, or it could be some relative, you will feel that this marriage is good. And if it's a divorce, it will be settled so that both parties feel that they are not been treated unfairly. So this is the overall energy, event energy of the month for you, Cancer. So let's move on now to the position of the challenge, the specific challenge that you'll be facing this month. Same kind of thing, isn't this interesting? The Hierophant. Very much like justice, in the sense that's about tradition, government, marriage, divorce, celebrations, social celebrations of major events. It could be that, or it feels like you're looking for help. You're looking to partner with a larger group or organization in order to find help in whatever you need, be that financial or otherwise. So it's the participation in a larger organization. It could also be academic, getting higher credentials so that you do better economically. It's bold in its attempt to find structure, to get everything back on a foundation that will be long-lasting. So putting structures together, putting things back together that may have fallen apart, and doing it in a way that is systematic, logical, defined in a defining your strength through the joining with an organization, aligning yourself with an organization. This is your challenge. Spiritually, perhaps it's delving more deeply into a religious tradition, church, joining a church, building a strong structure underneath you, psychologically and or socially, physically. This is what your challenge is. So let's move on. And in the position of the unexpected, that which may surprise you, you have the Three of Wands. And what do we have here? You see this gentleman? He's got 3 wands. This is basically saying that in this month you might come up with really the solution to a major problem. And you will be able to launch a new business idea, a new venture. You don't know what the result of that venture will be yet. But what's interesting is that there is an opportunity for you to have your plans implemented, made real. The manifestation of solid plans, and you're looking out on the wide ocean. This gentleman is a merchant. He's launched his ships to sea, and they have his products on them, that which he's labored over. And he's dreaming about and praying that they reach safe harbor. So it's about the launching of your plans, being given the opportunity to create a more exciting and dynamic future through your imagination and your creativity. That is what will be unexpected. Very exciting. Let's see what lands in the position of the outcome. And the outcome is the Ace of Swords. So it's very interesting because by the end of the month we have Mars going direct, and it's taking an idea. That's what this sword represents. In fact, it's the very sword that justice is holding up, the sword of truth. You might be launching into a period in which your truth is what leads into the future. Taking a good idea and initiating a dramatic move forward with it. This is about clarity of mind, writing, your speech, your ability to communicate, and it is your ability to communicate that will lead towards success. Bold communication, honest communication, that will ultimately lead to greater intellectual and material success. So at the end of the month, you become people have to watch out for you, because you won't hesitate to reveal the truth, or the truth will be revealed to you. And knowing the truth will arm you and fortify you and give you the strength and the courage to launch a great idea. That is your forecast for February 2025. Thank you very much for coming to your reading. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and thank you for your patience for these rather inadequately filmed videos. I'm doing my best. There's a lot of pressure on me right now, externally, and I want to keep as clear a mind as possible and as pure a heart as possible to be able to continue giving you these readings until I'm in a place where my environment is more loving and more spiritually helpful to these forecasts. It's coming very soon. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for whatever help you can give. I really very much appreciate it. And I will see you next month. Cancer, all my love, and namaste.